second. First and foremost, I'm sorry I've been so MIA. I have not posted any videos, and the reason I invested in a phone was because I wanted to be more active on YouTube, and that's just not happened because a lot was going on back at home. I'm yet to post the Rajasthan vlog, which I will edit, but this is a full-time job, right? It takes so much time, and God knows when you'll be paid, right? Because there's so many criteria. I was looking at like YouTube Studio, and like you have to fulfill so many criteria for you to be monetized, and that too, monetization does not ensure you'll always receive the same kind of money, so it's very precarious. Honestly, this is what my research is about, so it just proves my point anyway. So I'm sorry for being so missing in action and not updating you guys about anything. The next set of videos that will follow this video is basically first the Rajasthan vlog, and the second would be applications abroad. That's going to be it. I'm going to be making it. I've been taking my time to sort of organize my thoughts. The other reason is that I have my preliminary thesis defense coming up on the 23rd of February, which is making me very, very nervous. So I have not been able to concentrate on the digital aspects, although I will have to defend why I'm using this method in front of my supervisors, which is making me so queasy in the stomach. But like, there's not too much literature on it, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it justice. So that is that. But I will try to be more active. So I'm planning on like setting up a routine where Monday to Friday is just focus on my thesis, and Saturday is the day I focus on editing and cooking and meal prepping and all of that. So I'm going to try and be more active. For now, the routine is just slowly getting into like the research, reading focus. Yeah. Little bit about applications abroad. Before I get into like the nitty-gritties in the video that's gonna be upcoming on how to apply, I think while I get ready, I need to go to the institute, but while I get ready, what is wrong with me? While I get ready, I wanted to address why applications abroad is more important. Like the why question is more important than the how question. Okay, so little bit about my background, in the sense I wanted to tell you, see, life did not look like this for me always, right? I have gone through my fair share of failures, like immense amount of failures. So I started with my bachelor's in international relations from Jindal School of International Affairs. That also happened by mistake, right? Like, because I had science during my schooling. So I had physics, chemistry, math and biology, and the reason I took science was because everybody around me was like, oh shit, haven't put sunscreen? Oh no, oh no. rectify that. I'm just gonna. It's not like there's a lot of sun today, but still. See, mistakes happen. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, yeah, so I had physics, chemistry, math, bio, and I was giving all kinds of exams, right? I was giving AIMS, AIPMT, IIT, JEE, everything that was on this planet Earth. All the kind of exams that any science person could give, I gave. Okay, and obviously, not to my shock, I was utterly a big failure in all of them because I never enjoyed those subjects, right? Math was the only one I enjoyed a little bit, but the rest was, I wasn't cut out for it, and nor was I interested in doing it. So I was just doing it because people around me told me. Like, there's a dearth of information available now, but I feel like then we never talked about it. And also in boarding school, I feel like we were in our own sort of bubble. If for people who wanted to stay in India, there was not too much information. Like, we never discussed it. So that's why I feel like I wish somebody would have told me. Like, even in my aptitude test, like in school, like no one held my hand and said, okay, maybe you're better at this. Like, I needed somebody to tell me that, and no one told me that. Like, I was like, okay, I want to take science because my parents are telling me to take science. So they were like, okay, yeah, she has aptitude for taking science. No one told me, but you know what? You'll be better at doing humanities, except my vice principal, who was like, Sneha, just like take humanities. But of course, like, I fell into everybody's pressures and, you know, elder child syndrome, and you're like, you want to make everyone happy and whatever. And everyone is like, okay, but if you take science, you can switch it to any stream, you can switch to humanities later. No one told me that in DU, if you switch streams, they like deduct like 10% for your cutoff, and anyway DU cutoffs are like 99%. Like, there was no way that I was getting 110%. So that was never going to be an option for me. So anyway, that happened. I only got to know once I got out that, you know, I cannot go to DU. And I was looking for private universities, and I saw that Jindal was offering international affairs. It was something I had never studied, of course. And I was like, you know what, I need something new. And I was pretty like shaken with like all the failures that I had gone through. And I was like, I will do anything to get out of this rut. So I just joined Jindal and ended up performing well enough for me to get a scholarship. So I got the Savitri Jindal merit cum mean scholarship, and I was extremely happy because honestly, like, I saw a lot of my friends going to DU, and DU education is subsidized and it's the best in India and all of that, and I was really like, why am I here? Obviously then I never understood the importance of my journey in Jindal. It really shaped me to be who I am today. Like, really, like, I met one of the best professors in Jindal, still in touch with most of them, and every time I have like a career crisis, I go back to them. So yeah, it was a wonderful time, and I did come out at the top of my class there, and of course that gave me like a boost of confidence, right? The confidence that I was lacking for like a very long time. I never thought like I was a good student. I was always stuck in this rut of mediocrity that I really wanted to get out of, and Jindal did that for me. Like, all these kind of opportunities that I got in Jindal was unmatched, and I was also on a scholarship, which was great. Like, it was one of the best times for me. And then right after that, so after all this confidence boost and everything, thinking that, oh, I am smart, again I was stuck in a bubble which obviously no one burst for me, where, you know, we didn't know what is going on with the all India level examinations, right? After that, it was always my dream to go to JNU. I started preparing for the examinations, and lo and behold, I missed the entrance cutoff by 1 or 2 marks, right? And I gave all 3, like PISM, POLM, IRAM, all of them. and I miss it, and all that my self-esteem, whatever that was on top, was no longer on top, right? So yeah, that happened. But I was like, okay, the eventual aim is anyway to crack UPSC. I wanted to get into the foreign services. I was like, might as well start doing that. I joined Bajiram. Everything was going great. I was just not in the mentality to start preparing for all India examinations. I didn't have what it takes at that stage, and it broke me. I was like, what am I doing? You know, I may have the skills or whatever to be in the foreign service, but I clearly don't have like the strength it takes to clear this examination. Like, I don't. Honestly, I knew I would do well in an administrative job. Like, I know. Even now I think so, but I just don't have it in me to sit for that examination again. And that may be my fault in some ways, but now I stopped blaming myself. I think I did my best. Anyway, during my coaching years, COVID hit, and obviously that's something that was not anticipated by anyone on this earth, but we got through it. Oh, can't find a lot of my makeup stuff. 1 second, sorry. It's really like a green theme. My towel is green and my pouches are green and my bathrobe is green. Anyway, so yeah, COVID hit unanticipated, and that time I don't think Vajiram was fully equipped to be online. Like, I couldn't figure out a lot of, like, there was a break in classes. We were all like, the place I was renting, the what do you call it, the landlady told me to get out of Delhi, and so I came, and like, it was just a lot of chaos. And I feel like our generation, like the 1996 to 1999 generation, I feel like we've been skipped somehow. Like, because of COVID, most productive years of our life went just figuring out that what was going on. And in that period of time, the next few people had graduated, the next batches. They were like the freshmen. We were no longer the freshmen, but we had the experience of a freshman. So they were the ones being promoted earlier. And I feel like, yeah, our generation, like now you see like entrepreneurs at like 19, and like I see so many tropes on Instagram saying, I have been saving, investing since I was 18 and 21 and I created a company. And we honestly didn't have that kind of push. Everyone was like, yeah, clear an examination and whatever. And yeah, so we lacked the experience. We lacked, you know, like the most important years of our life were just gone, right? And that year I gave around 12 to 13 examinations for my masters, and I failed all of them one by one. Okay, like all by 1 or 2 marks. I knew that it's not that I didn't have the wits. It was luck, because somebody who's done one more question right and I wasn't able to do that one question right didn't make that person extremely like more intelligent. It just meant that year was not supposed to be, like, I wasn't cut out to be in that place at that time. But I mean, this has all come to me retrospectively, of course. At the time I was like the most sad person. I would not use the word depression, although I think there were signs, but I was not clinically diagnosed as such, so I'm not going to use it. But I was extremely sad, and I thought I'm a failure in life, and that's it. I kind of started accepting it. When one fine day I woke up and I was like, you know what, last try. And that year again I gave like 13 examinations. I gave Jamia political science, IR, JNU political science, IR, Pol science with IR, so PSM, IRM, Polim. I also sat for like private university examinations like Christ, Pondicherry University. Like there was no university that DU, of course. And so I gave all of these examinations. Along with that, I also gave UPSC and I also gave WBCS, both of which I didn't crack, but I cracked all the other examinations, right? Like, and with good ranks, like rank 9 in IRM and 20, I think something, 21 in Polym, and Pondicherry University I got rank 4, and so I got like good ranks for all these all these examinations. But I feel like that was supposed to be the way it is. Like now retrospectively thinking, I am so glad that happened, that I got a year in JNU offline and not online, and that I met such wonderful professors in person that were able to form a bond with them, and I would not have had it any other way. Thank God I didn't get in before. And after that, I also met the most wonderful people in JNU. Still in touch with all of them. They are absolutely precious for me, and yeah, I had the best time there. Learned so much. I will not give up my years in JNU for anything. Like, I had the best time there, and that shaped me to want to be in academia in the next stages of my life. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm just saying that, you know, whatever stage you might be in, and you might think that, okay, like I'm not meant to be here, or things are not working out for me, there's a reason behind it. And it's easier for me to say this because I'm in a position where I thought I would reach a peak, and I was obviously very happy, but we're always in this hedonistic treadmill. We go up and down, but that is life. And I think I just have to get used to it. Like, it has to happen. I mean, it's not always going to be hunky-dory, and it's okay. Like, you're only going to appreciate the downs when you have the ups. Like, I was telling one of my cousins that other day, or my friends, I think, that if every day was a Sunday, you would never appreciate a Sunday, right? Like, if because of the weekdays, because of the exhaustion that we carry, we appreciate the weekend. So I feel like that, you know, getting into Geneva Graduate Institute or SOAS or Edinburgh or any of my dream institutions was the validation that I needed at the time. And that was my, I don't know, weekend. But here we are again, and I'm like panicking with like all the things that are happening around the world. Am I ever going to get a job? All of those things are kicking in. But you really need to be clear about why you want to go abroad, because honestly, being in India also opens up a lot of opportunities. For sure it does, but I don't know if the Indian examination structure is rooted in opting or picking students who are actually of the academic acumen. For example, after clearing the academic, whatever my research proposal was, all my professors in JNU and Jindal were also like, you know, it's a good proposal, whatever. But all the written exams, the MCQs were so mindlessly set that I didn't clear JNU's entrance exam even. So I knew that I'm not like dumb, but it just didn't happen. And it's probably my fault. Like, I cannot blame anyone, but just like the structure of the examination was such. And I also made some dumb mistakes. Like, yeah, I every time they changed it, sometimes they're like, oh, long answers and then MCQs. But like, tell me something. How does an MCQ based exam help choose students who would be willing to write a thesis? Like, if you can't write a paragraph or a long answer, will you be interested in writing a thesis? Like, how does an MCQ based exam choose? Like, I know so many students in my batch who are like extremely intelligent, and I know, like, if this person is watching the video will know, but he's one of the most talented people I know in terms of like the wits, and he reads so much. And even then, the first attempt he couldn't clear the JNU exam, although he got a job elsewhere in Delhi, and he cleared so many other exams. But like, I don't know, so I can only blame like the structure of this examination. And that was the case for a lot of our batchmates as well, and so many of them were like not opting for this anymore because they were so sick of it. And I think I was just exhausted with the system, like giving entrance examinations, sitting for interviews. I got into Jamia, there was only one seat, and I got a supervisor who was not interested in my topic at all. So I was just like so frustrated with the system that I decided, like, you know what, I've had enough. Even though going abroad for me meant a lot of uncomfortable things, I just needed to get out of there. This was my why. So you need to understand what your why is. Why do you want to apply abroad? What is making you get something outside that it's not happening in India? Because sometimes, you know, being in a university can also help you a lot later for your career stage. Like, you get assimilated into the university quite quickly if you're a PhD student there. They'll tell you to teach a course, and then later maybe you become an assistant professor there. So sometimes, you know, that position is great. It's better than being abroad, I would say, because you know that your job is secure for the next couple of years at least. So please be clear about why you want to apply before all the hows. And I just wanted to put it out there. But anyway, I'm ready, and now I'm gonna like put on my clothes and head to the university. Bye, and I will see you in that video where I'm talking about the how. Okay, bye.